Hello and welcome to West Country Wanderings. Today we're in the Mendip Hills in the county of Somerset, and it's a bit of a collab today. I have with me Darren from Somerset Man Walking.
Yeah.
Do you want to just tell us a little bit about your channel?
Well, my channel, I mean, I've only been going for about 9 months. Not unlike Paul, who is your channel's birthday, isn't it?
It is.
Today?
It's 4 years today.
4 years you've been going. And how many subscribers have you got now?
4,300 and something.
Yeah, now see, that's the difference. I've been going 9 months, or nearly 10 months, I think, and I've got 240. I woke up this morning, I got to 240, so I thought, well, that's good. Not too bad.
Just to let you know, it took me a year to get to 100, so that's
must
good.
be doing something right.
No, that's good.
So yeah, I do concentrate a lot on the Mendips because it's local to me and I love the area. There's a lot of history there, isn't there, Paul, like with the mining, etc.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of lime kilns around the area. So yeah, I'm sort of interested in that. We've also obviously got the strawberry line. So I'm interested in sort of heritage lines and disused lines and walkways and stuff like that. So that's what my channel's about, really. I do try and mix it up a bit, don't I? But, you know, my main thing is just get out, fresh air, good for the mind.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we come from the same place on that, knowing about different experiences that we've had, and knowing that getting out in the fresh air is good for mental health.
Really helps, doesn't it? You know, you always feel better after the walk, and then for me, gives me something else to concentrate on when I'm editing, you know, and then uploading, see people's responses. Nice to get comments, etc.
It is, yeah.
I think YouTube's brilliant. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah,
you know, I think if it's used properly, it's fantastic.
I've met some lovely people, including yourself, since I've been doing it. It's just amazing, really. It really is.
Yeah,
the community that you find on there. Yeah. So we're here at a place called, is it pronounced Ebbor? Or Ebbor Gorge, which is near
Ebbor, if you're local,
Wookey Hole. So kind of city of Wells, which I've been to a couple of times last year, and it's literally just a few miles from the city of Wells. So that's where we are today. We're going to have a little bit of a wander around the area.
Scramble up through the gorge.
Yeah. So we'll see how we go. Catch you up in a bit.
We were just sort of chatting, Paul, weren't we, about the gorge, and apparently it became a gorge 200,000 years ago.
That's right. That's right. It's Clifton Rocks limestone, as in Clifton in Bristol. That type of limestone. So obviously water percolating through the limestone. CaCO3, that rings a bell from my chemistry. But of course, that's why there's all these caves in this area here. It's a bit of a potholing. People exploring, people going underground in this part of the Mendips here, and they've found lots of bones in the caves, remains of hyenas from millions of years ago, and brown bears and all kinds of creatures which don't exist in the United Kingdom now, but remains of them were found here in this part of Somerset. Extraordinary place.
Apparently some of the bones that they found, I think that's the human ones, and tools, etc., that they found are in the museum at Axbridge. So you know, you can actually go and see them there.
Axbridge is a brilliant place. I can highly recommend. I did a monthly vlog there back in the autumn time.
They've got the beautiful church there, haven't they? I think it's St John the Baptist Church.
Yes, I think it is.
And then they've got the old station, which was on the Cheddar Valley line.
That's right.
The Strawberry
line. The men's club they've got there now, which is good.
Yeah, it's all interesting.
It is. Well, it's a wonderful atmosphere because you've got these, because we're deep in a gorge, you've got these mosses. It's very damp here, so you've got these mosses and ferns that are spread all over the gorge here. So it's a fantastic place, and you can feel a bit of atmosphere to it as we carry on down into the depths of the gorge. Well, yeah, that is the scale of that. Wow.
Yeah, it's quite high up, isn't it? I mean, they call this the miniature Cheddar Gorge.
Yes.
But the lovely thing about Ebbor Gorge is that you don't get the tourists.
The tourists. No.
You can't get an ice cream here, Paul, can you?
That's fine.
No,
I'm fine with that. I've got some tea with me and some biscuits.
But yeah, it is fascinating. I'll spin you around in a minute, guys, and show you up there.
So I've just come round to the base of the gorge now. You can see the limestone. As I say, it's Clifton Down limestone. Not moved from Clifton Down, but it's the same as what you see in the Avon Gorge in Bristol. And as I say, percolation of water creates these effects, which has led to the gorge itself. Just been on the lookout for fossils as well. I think there's part of a fossil there, which will be literally a shell from millions of years ago. And yes, excuse the poor lighting because I'm just under the shadow of the limestone here. Now, a couple of things here. I think this is a fossil, but up here you have this large aperture, which of course is where the water has made its way down through the limestone. So we're coming into the heart of the gorge now. There's a sign back there saying about mountaineering. Now, mountaineering is allowed here under the BMC, the British Mountaineering Council, but only using designated routes. I'll put a link to that if you're interested to know more about it. So I'm just talking here with Darren about our favourite places in the West Country, because as you know, I try and cover the whole of the wider region here on the channel. And what would you say yours are, Darren?
I mean, I think just purely on sort of thinking back to my childhood, my dad always used to take us down to sort of Porlock Weir and then Linton Lynmouth. And I can remember him telling us about the floods in the 50s, etc. And obviously they've got that museum there, haven't they? Yes, they have. And the river running, I mean, it's just a beautiful place, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think for me, that brings back some lovely memories. I mean, people that watch my channel will know that I do love the Mendip Hills as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one of my favourite places to be. I'm up there normally on my own. There's not many people about. And there's a lot of history, isn't there?
There is,
you know,
huge
so
amount.
I do love the Mendip Hills, but yeah, it's a destination away. I think all along that coast is beautiful. You've got obviously St Audrey's Bay, one of my nice sort of favourite places. Yeah. We do stay at Doniford Bay sometimes, so St Audrey's is just round the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for me, Porlock Weir and Linton Lynmouth, I think, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, I've got, well, as you know, if you've been watching the channel regularly, my favourite place in the West Country, the wider West Country, is actually the Malverns in Worcestershire. Yeah. It's really hard for me to explain why that is, but it's almost like a spiritual connection. And one of the other places is Church Cove on the Lizard in Cornwall. I just love that place there. Yeah, it tends to be places like with Darren that are quieter and probably less well known to the big tourist places that are a little bit more off the beaten track.
It's a lot easier going up than it is going down. No, it'll be okay because it's not running, is it?
Hello there. So we're coming up to the top of the gorge now, and you can see the sheer face of the limestone there as it heads down where we've climbed up this rocky bit here, which has made it a bit difficult to do bits to camera up there because it's quite slippery with all the rain we had, but it's an amazing sight here in the gorge.
This is the gorge going back down. Got Paul here, working his magic. This is where you're really scrambling on this bit. Navigate, so you just have to bear with me, guys.
This is what we do to create our art. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky here because the step here is quite some distance up, but the views are worth it though. It's quite an experience. It's like one of those adventures. What was it called? Indiana Jones, isn't it? Expecting to see the serpent's going to come out the side of the rock in the minute, or one of those things that came out, wouldn't there? A big boulder start running down. But yeah, it's a magical adventure here in the Mendips at the moment. No, definitely not. It's one you want to take at leisure, really. Also to appreciate the view.
As a means to get from A to B, then you're not really taking in this beautiful surroundings.
So true.
So that's why, you know, why I started YouTube, really.
So this is an amazing view here at the top of the gorge, looking across to the Somerset levels. I did have a view of Glastonbury Tor just then, but unfortunately the mist has come up a little bit. A wonderful experience scrabbling up through the gorge there. Just an incredible landscape. Carboniferous limestone, and the water has been gorged out literally into the gorge. And that's the track along there that we walked through the woods. We're way up the gorge, and we started off down the other end of the wood, down by the car park, which is just down over there. So on West Country Wanderers, I have yet to do much on the Mendips. Done a couple of things on Wells, which I did last year. But Darren knows a lot more about the Mendips than I do because he lives more local to this area. What are your favourite bits in the Mendip Hills?
Yeah, my favourite sort of Blackdown, where the I'm going to love it up on Beacon Batch, but I do struggle to get up there now. But Blackdown, that area, Velvet Bottom, there's a lot of history with mining there, and the mining started back in like the 14th century, and they finished mining in the sort of 1908, especially St Cuthbert's, which is one over by Priddy. We're not actually far away from it now. I found that really interesting, in like we were just chatting about the tramways.
We were, yeah.
So where they used to bring bring materials in and out of there on horse-drawn tramways. It's just incredible up there. I was quite lucky recently, wasn't I? One of my videos, I think Paul's gonna.
I'll link to it in the description. It's well worth watching.
Where I found the tunnels and everything, and I don't know that part of the Mendips very well. Not as well as I do the rest of it, and so I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were, and I've walked up, and I'm sort of quite aware that I'm going up, so I'm not expecting to see a tunnel, but semi-aware that there could be a shaft. In course, you know, I was lucky that I saw the shaft, and they are vertical shafts, I mean, if we went down in there, that would have been, pretty
really,
serious. No phone signal. You know, nobody about, but yeah. So, but yeah, my favourite parts are sort of the old. I think it's because my dad used to take me up there when I was young, so there's a connection to him.
Yes. Yes.
And obviously, you know, I spent a lot of time as a young boy up there, and obviously at school treks, everything was done on the Mendips. And it's just a beautiful area. It's so rugged, but it's. I mean, look, you know, it's so diverse, isn't it? Because you've got all the old mines and everything, which make it look like alien-like landscape. And you've got these beautiful woodlands, the gorge, obviously, what we're seeing today. Yeah, I just love the Mendips, really.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It sort of feels like part of me, you know.
I can, yeah, you got the passion there with that. We're actually on the West Mendip Way footpath at the moment, which links Weston-super-Mare in North Somerset on the coast there, which I did a walk to bring down in January last month, to Wells.
A long walk.
Yeah, a long walk. Yeah, to Wells. We're not doing Wells today, but we're going to carry on down here, going on a bit towards Wookey Hole, which is going to have a bit of a quick look around there before we head back today. But I would like to return to the Mendips to do some further things, perhaps up to where Darren mentioned around Priddy. That's a really interesting
I'd like to meet you up there, Paul, and do a bit on that.
That sounds a good plan. Yeah, I think we'll. I think that'll be.
It's a bit of a shame, wasn't it, back there at the viewpoint? It's a stunning viewpoint.
It is.
It's a bit misty, wasn't it?
It was a bit. Also, it got very busy just as I was trying to take some photos and pictures.
We both don't.
We don't like
people.
No, yeah, we don't like crowds, and it got a bit like there was lots of families there with children. Of course, that's a bit of a no-no for
Kiddies
YouTube
right
as
on
well.
the edge of the.
They were. I was getting a bit.
Yeah.
They're a bit too close.
It's a sheer drop, isn't it?
It is.
And the little ones right on the edge, and I just. It turned me stomach really. I couldn't wait to sort of get out of there. But yeah,
it was a bit unnerving, I have to say. Yeah, very unnerving. Yeah. So, but this is a lovely walk. This is great.
It is a bit boggy, isn't it? But you know,
this section here. Well, that's right. Yeah. So we're very pleasant here in the Mendips. But we will do some more videos in this part of the world, this part of Somerset, because it is a fascinating area with much history as well. So yeah, thanks very much, Darren.
No, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
I'm really enjoying it.
So now in the village of Wookey Hole, the famous caves are further round there. That's Ebbor Hole, as in the gorge that we've just gone past. We're now just turned off on a track which has taken us through a farmhouse, I do believe. It was actually really tricky on that footpath, very precarious. We were sliding all over the place, and
it was a bit bad that fall.
It was crazy, yeah. So you don't want to see the shots of that. It was awful. But which is surprising because it is actually part of the West Mendip Way. But here we are in this farmhouse, the footpath. It is a right of way, which is going to cut round by the back and bring us out by the back of the paper mill. So we'll see how we go.
Hopefully.
Yes. So we're just wrapping the video up. We've come back to the car park here at Ebbor Gorge. We walked via Wookey Hole, which was great. We were looking down on it. It was
looking
good
right down on
wasn't
it, weren't we?
Yeah, that was a really good perspective. But we did come back via the road because we didn't want to retrace our steps along the West Mendip Way, which was a bit on the muddy side, wasn't it?
Surprising how muddy that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a little bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go. It is what it is.
That's right. But it's been a very enjoyable day. I would like to thank Darren from the channel Somerset Man Walking. I'll put a link to Darren's YouTube channel in the description of today's video.
Thanks very much, Paul.
Yeah,
been an absolute pleasure.
And we will do this again. We're going to do another video here in the Mendip Hills, which is a fantastic area to explore around. So see you next time on West Country Wanderings. All the best for now. Cheers.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.